Hey everybody, welcome back to Regina's World. For those who are unfamiliar with my channel, this is about, our channel does reviews of one TV show, Married at First Sight. We do adventures around Vegas and my story times. My story times are my favorite. They're like my personal diaries, but today's video is our review video of Married at First Sight. I am a day behind. It's usually review Thursdays, but I am behind, so we're gonna get through this video and get it out to you guys. All right, so let's get into this video. Okay, so the first couple we're gonna review today is one of my least favorite couples. You all know, it's Christina and Henry. I just wish they come to the conclusions to cut their losses and move on already and just let this thing go. Like, what are they holding on to? What are they holding on to each other for? I don't know, but I just wish they just ended and just move on. But anyway, in this episode, what happened? It was their anniversary. They didn't do anything for their anniversary. I don't think they exchanged gifts for the anniversary. He had to sit down with his friend, and she expressed that she didn't care for Christina. She didn't think it was going to work. She was not here for their relationship, and she was not here for how she treated production, apparently, when at the dinner party or whatever. And they're trying to make that such a big issue, and she didn't like yell at them or anything. She just was like, whatever. I think she was just over it, trying to put on a facade or fake it or whatever, and she was just letting the production know, no, I'm not going for that, fuck that, I'm not doing all that. I don't think she was technically being disrespectful to the crew. I think it's just she was just frustrated, and at this point she haven't came to the conclusion that she was ready to walk yet. I think now she has came to the conclusion that she's ready to walk and end this thing and just cut her losses and move on. I think she's got to that point. She has been as nice as she possibly can. She actually had to sit down as well. She did. She had to sit down with one of her friends, and her friends asked, was he going to have they had sex yet? And she was like, no, we haven't had sex yet. And the guy was like, why? He was like, it ain't me. I can have sex on the first day. He won't do anything. And Christina's a beautiful girl. I give her that. She's a beautiful girl, and she shouldn't have been in this situation in the first place. She should have been given somebody who was ready to reciprocate the same thing that she was ready to reciprocate. You know, they gave her somebody completely wrong for her. I mean, just completely wrong. I don't know what that was about. He shouldn't have been on the show. I've said that plenty of times. He shouldn't have been on the show in the first place, but they decided to put these two together for God knows what reason, and just see this train wreck happening. Like, there's nothing about these two that said that they was going to last. And then when they finally had their own personal sit down together, she confessed that she was what's the word she used? She was comparing him to the guys that she met in the past. But you know, I think we're all guilty of that. No matter who that person is, we're all guilty of comparing the new guy to the last guy, or the last guy to the new guy, or whatever. We're guilty of comparing. I've done that in myself with, you know, men that I've dated. You know, cause in my life, I've dated 3 men that I can actually consider I dated. Well, not in my life, in my adulthood. I dated 3 men that I was in relationships with. Did I have flings along the way that I, you know, date around? Yes. But I dated in my adult life 3 men. And, but in them 3 men, I compared each one of them. You know, I compared my baby father to the next guy. I compared the next guy to the last guy. You know what I mean? And I still have the tendency to, you know, go back in time and think about those things, the good things that was about each one of them. You know, wish if I could take this from this guy and this from this guy and put it all in one person, and it'd be a perfect guy for me, you know. But, you know, I felt her in that sense of comparing, and I'm sure he compares too, but I'm glad she has really came to her senses at this point and just realized, you know, this ain't gonna work. Why am I even wasting my time with this man? He don't like me that way. We're not going to move on. We're not going to live happily ever after. We're not going to run off into the sunset. We're not. I'm just waiting on her to just come to the conclusion, the decision to just end it and walk away, and not wait to drag this out until the decision day. But it's looking like they're going to drag it out to the decision day, but I hope they don't drag it out to the decision day and just say this is over with and done. Fuck this marriage. This was a sham. Goodbye. And that's what I'm saying to this topic about this couple. Goodbye. All right, the next couple we have is Karen and Miles. Okay, so this couple here to me still is in a 50-50 zone. Like, I cannot figure out which way they're going to turn. Like, I can't figure it out. As hard as I try, I can't figure it out. This episode, they was just Dollsville to me. I'm going to get that in a moment. I'm going to say the good things about them. Since sex was taken off the table, you have generally seen Karen open up and starting to open up. You have generally seen her trying to give a little bit more than what she wasn't giving at first. You generally see that she's trying to do a whole lot more and express herself a whole lot more than what she was doing at first, because the pressure of having sex was on the table, and she just didn't want to go there with him until she was ready, and that was understandable. But because of that, it's not an issue and not a topic anymore. You see her actually blossoming, so that's a good thing, right? Also, a good thing is her morals. I'm not going to take this away from her. Coming from the South, she's a South woman. I'm a South-born female. So I can, she's naturally, she have the characteristics of somebody from the South. Family-oriented, loves to cook for a man, take care of the family, cook clean. She's a Susi homemaker. And that's mostly what Southern women is about. Susi homemaker, making sure their man is taken care of and they provide for them, they take her at home. And that's who she is. She don't like to talk about explicit things on TV. She's uncomfortable with certain topics. She's very private about a lot of things. So she's, to me, a typical Southern woman, and that is nothing wrong with that. Is it something wrong with it for TV? Yes, because there's nothing exciting about her. But taking that away from her, that's a good thing, because she's, she's not, you can tell she's not a woman who's ran through. She's not on Instagram shaking her ass, all that. She's a wholesome woman, and he got a wholesome wife. And if that's what he wants, I'm glad that he got Karen. I'm gonna just say that. Now, with it in reference to this episode, I completely just wanted to fall asleep on them. I just wanted to say, if they said they wanted to do a spinoff on a couple, please don't be Miles and Karen, because they're going to put me to sleep out of boredom. That's just how I feel. Their whole scenes, every scene that they was in, except the scene that they was at the table with the other couple, they was putting me to sleep. They was at the park twice. They gave each other gifts for the anniversary, and the anniversary gifts was, what the heck did he give her? I think was it a t-shirt, y'all? I think it was a t-shirt. It was something corny as hell, but I guess it was sentimental to her, but to me it was corny as hell. And it was just straight up boring. So they could have cut them scenes, and I would have been absolutely okay with not watching Karen and Miles this episode, because they gave me nothing. Now, when they got to the table with the other couple, now that's when it became a little bit more interesting, because they had an interesting couple sitting across from them. So they opened up a little bit. They asked him about their relationship, how they was vibing and things, and he was straight up and honest, like, I need more from her, because I don't know where I pretty much stand with her. Like, I don't know if she, half the time, I don't know if she really likes me. I found out in therapy that she found me attractive. I was like, what? So I need her to like give something outside of, just saying that she wants a marriage and she wants this, she wants that. Bitch, how many weeks do we have to go into and like give this man something to work with before he leave your ass in the dust? Like, how long can you make this man work and wait for you to come around, for him to, how much do he got to prove to you? I don't think you make nobody prove this much. I bet you if Miles left her tomorrow and she met somebody else, she ain't gonna make the next man prove his love this fucking much. Like, she making Miles work and ain't giving him nothing in return. See, that's why I hate talking about some of these couples, because they irritate my soul, and she's one of them. I don't hate her. I just think she was given to the wrong man. Miles needed somebody different. He should have got somebody different. Yes, she's beautiful, but he should have got somebody who was absolutely ready to give him exactly what he's giving. He deserves that, because you guys know how much I love Miles. I love him. He's everything I wanted a man. Him and Woody, put them together, everything I wanted a man. I love Miles, what he represents. He's sweet, he's compassionate, he's thoughtful, he's respectful, he's a provider, he's a supporter, he's everything that you want in a man. He's not afraid to tell you how he's feeling, and there ain't nothing wrong with that he's vocal. He lets you in. He wants you to know him. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I love Miles. I hate Karen. So, well, I don't hate her. I just think she's the wrong person for him. And I'm done talking about them. Who's next? Oh God, Olivia and Brett is another one. Oh, they just. Oh, I take my time with Olivia and Brett, because these two here work my soul just as much as the other two. They work my soul. So, I have seen online, I'm going to say this first. I've seen online that people have been bashing Brett online. And I'm going to try to find where they at, so I can let Brett know I support you. Because I'm not a basher of Brett. I'm a basher of Olivia. I actually personally like Brett. I like Brett since the beginning. I liked Brett. I have. And despite how he started off, he may have started off as a player. He may have started off as whatever he started off as. But he showed up in his marriage to me. He really has. He took it by the horn, and he's giving everything he's got, despite the bitch wife he's dealing with. In my opinion. Yes, he has his little sarcastic ways, but that's not enough to me to be treated like Olivia treats him. In my opinion. He is patient with Olivia. He don't like to argue. You can tell that he's not argumentative. He's not that way. She is. He's not a child. She tried to treat him that way. By now, I would have assumed, or I would have thought Brett would have snapped by now and went completely the fuck off on Olivia. But he has not yet. And I applaud him for that. But I'm waiting on it, because I believe he's a ticking time bomb, and he's going to explode on Olivia's ass at some point. So let's get into it. So this episode, he is nice and pleasant as usual. Her mean ass every episode is mean like a motherfucker. He brings food. She eats the food. She's not even happy about that. What did she start off with? You think we need to talk about what we the other day? It's been 2 fucking episodes. You haven't had a chance to talk to this man in 2 fucking episodes about what happened at the damn restaurant? Are we still talking about this 2 episodes later? That's what I'm talking about. She gets on my nerves. He's like, I guess so, because obviously you still dealing with it. You still mad about it. I guess we got to deal with it then. So here we go. She's all upset and shit. She's all angry and shit. About it. About what? And then she get what we gonna call Pastor Cal. She get on there and talk to Pastor Cal. Pastor Cal breaks it down and be like, this isn't the real issue. That you think that he is one way on camera and one way and off the camera. What's the real issue? You're just afraid of being hurt. So turn that shit back around and point it back to you. She accepted it while she was talking to Mr. Cal. As soon as they get off the goddamn thing, she goes straight to him and say, well, I have some things for you to work on. I would have said, stop right there. Stop right there. Let me stop you and let me help you. I know that you know, probably a big thing, a big dog at your job, you know, probably a supervisor or whatever the fuck you are. Nurse practitioner, whatever the fuck you are. You're a big dog at your job. And you keep forgetting that you're not at your job. I am not your employee. I am not a student that you're teaching. I am not your child that you are raising. I am just as old as you, have just as much as you. And you keep forgetting that because of what your title is. And frankly, I don't give a fuck about your fucking title. So what you're not going to do is keep talking to me like in a demeaning fucking kind of way. And come to me like you're a fucking adult. You're coming to me like you're perfect. You got some things here's some things that I need you to work on. What about the shit that I need you to fucking work on? Like when we are by ourselves, I can't fucking touch you. Everything I say that your ass taking it, it's sarcastic. Or it's hurting you, or whatever. How about I have to come here and deal with your mean ass 24 hours of the fucking day? You don't even smile half the fucking time. The only time Sally in his confessional, she don't smile like that. But when she do smile, I know I made her happy. What the fuck is that? You can't even smile just to smile, bitch, because it's the beautiful day outside, because it's the sun outside. You are so miserable in your marriage. You can't even act like. You can't even go throughout a day without being happy. This bitch is so miserable. I can't take her. That's why I love Brett. And I'm for Brett. And I hope Brett, when this shit is over, I hope he finds him a beautiful white woman who treats him with love and respect. Because this bitch here, she don't know. Leave her ass in the dust, Brett. Leave her in the dust and let her find her a six-figure man who she wants, who treat her and dog her out and disrespect her, all that. Let her have exactly what the fuck she wants because she thinks she's better than you anyway. And since y'all came back from the honeymoon, she thought she was better than you from the beginning. So let her ass stay right where the fuck she is with her six-figure man who cheats, lies, steals, and everything else from her dumb ass because she don't realize what kind of man she got right in front of her because she want to run every goddamn thing. I'm sick of her. Move, bitch. Get out of his motherfucking way. Let him find him somebody else who appreciates him. I'm sick of her. Dump her ass as fast as you can. So regroup it. Brett and Olivia is breaking up. Christina and Henry is breaking up. Olivia and Miles, I still don't know. They're 50-50 and I don't know yet. I still cannot figure out if these two are going to break up or stay together. I just don't know. All right, the last two couples I'm going to try to combine because why not? Why the hell not combine them? Because they're my favorite two couples and they can really do nothing wrong. In my eyes, they can't. And yeah, you know, so let's go with Woody and Amani. Oh God, Jesus, I love them so much. I love them so much. I love Amani they're so lucky. They're so lucky. These last two couples were lucky. Like the matches with these two couples is so undeniable and they were so perfect. It is scary. Like I didn't know how good Amani and Woody was going to work out. I knew instantly the other two that those two should have been together just by the wedding day. these two, Amani and Woody, I didn't know how this was going to turn out, but it turned out so well, and I'm so happy for Amani. So this is directly to Amani. Please don't fuck up, because there's 1 million plus women watching Woody every fucking week in awe and in jealousy. And the moment you slip up, you know he's going to have a ton of groupies ready to come in and swoop his ass right on up, girl. So please, please don't fuck it up. With that being said, I congratulate them for finding love. I'm glad that they did find love in each other. I believe they're going to last for a very long time. I'm not saying Woody is perfect, but damn near, he's damn near perfect. He's damn near perfect in my eyes, in real talk. Like, I mean, what has he done wrong other than, like, you know, you can tell he's a little bit controlling and shit. You know, he like things his own way and shit. I'm still curious to find out what sign he is, because he's vibing to me as an Aries, or either Taurus, Aries, or Scorpio. He's one of the three, the most controlling signs there is: Aries, Taurus, Scorpio. So he's one of those three. I'm interested to find out exactly which one he is. But either way, he's still just a great guy. I mean, he is romantic, he's thoughtful, he cooked breakfast. I mean, he cooks for her, he cleans, he buys her shit all the time. She wake up with flowers, she's romanced every day. Like, I want my husband to fucking be this thoughtful. You know, to be like, here, babe, I got you some coupons. You can cash these bad boys anytime you want. If I have a week's worth of coupons just to get my feet rubbed, I will be in love, because that's one of my favorite things outside of flowers, is to get my feet rubbed every single night. And he hate feet, but he do it every now and then. But that would be a nice little coupon for Mom. You know what? Here's some coupons. You can cash these bad boys in anytime you want to. I would love that. You know what I mean? You know, so to me, I mean, Woody's a great guy, and she has a great man. That was their anniversary gift. I think he gave her a piece of jewelry. I can't forget what it was, but you know, pieces of jewelry, you can never go wrong with a piece of jewelry. And all his coupons, like, you can get sex anytime you want. You can get a quickie, you can get it on a counter, you can get it on the stove, you can get it all night, you can get it in a shower. Like, he was going in. I ain't mad at you, Woody. That's your wife. You can do whatever you want to. You feel me? But I love how that she handles him, and I love how she deals with his personality and everything. And then they went back and talked about the dog again, and he's just like, no, I don't want the damn dog. And then they get to the restaurant, and then the other girl, Karen, brings up the dog, that they're going to get a rescue dog. And he was like, oh my God, why did y'all have to talk about this goddamn dog right now? I'm trying to get her out of the thought of a dog, and here y'all come talk about y'all finna rescue a dog. And now she gonna be like, well, they got a dog, I want a dog. He gonna end up getting a dog. He gonna get a dog. Like, but it's cute how they deal with each other. Oh, and the one thing that I did notice, and probably everybody else, is his spending habits. So Woody's a flashy guy. You can tell he's a flashy guy. You can tell he likes to spend his money and enjoy his life. You can absolutely tell that about him from the moment Woody stepped on screen. Now, Fireball, if they give a reality show a spinoff, give it to them, because that'll be a TV show to watch, just because Woody is in that bitch. Those two together, great TV. But yes, his spending habits may be a little concerning, but she will have to probably take the reins in that and let him see that it's okay that you like to spend. That's totally fine. But as you know, we have to budget, because we're trying to have a family and have some babies and raise a dog, and it's not just you anymore. So you have to rein that spending habit in. But if she can get a hold of his spending habits, she'll be all right. Because I don't really see them having too many conflicts that they can't resolve, because they have that much of a good relationship. And he got on there and said that this relationship feel different from him, because he's never had somebody that he could talk to like that, be treated like that. He wants to do all the stuff that he does for her, for somebody. He just never had this before. And you can tell he's giving all his 100% in it. And I'm telling you, whatever you put in your relationship is what you're going to get out. You put 100% in it, that bitch is going to give you 100%. And you're going to have the best relationship ever. You know what I mean? If she can trust you 100% and she see you going out there and hustling and taking care of your family and spoiling her riding, you'll get the best relationship of your life. So what you want in your relationship is you have to put in it. And he's putting 100% in it. He's getting 100% out. So good for them. They're going to go a long way, a far way, and I'm rooting for them the whole way. You heard me? And the last couple is oh fuck, I didn't went blank. The doctor and her husband. Dang, what's their names? I forget their names. Y'all know who I'm talking about. But yeah, the last couple, the Quirky Couple, is, you know, my other favorite couple. I've loved them from the beginning. I've said it, that those two belong together since birth. It's sad that it took them this long to find each other, and it took a TV show to bring them together. But either way, I'm glad that they're together, because I said they're completely like one person, and they should have been together. The psychic agreed right along with me and said they were twin flame. I didn't know they were twin flames, but I can relate to having a twin flame. That shit is, when you find that person, it is like, it's an amazing connection that you have with somebody when you find a twin flame. And it is hard to fucking break when you find somebody who you adore that much. And you could tell that they adore each other. They said that they loved each other. And it's only been like 30 days. And that's probably how it was for me when I met my twin flame. It was, I don't even think it was 30 days. I think it was 2 weeks for me. It was 30 days for him. And I think it took him that long because he was just afraid to say it, because he didn't know what he was feeling and why he was feeling it so fast. But I was afraid too. I'm like, why do I feel this in 2 weeks? And I was just like, you know what? I've never felt this before. I'm just going with the shit. And I'm not even afraid to tell you that I love your ass. I'm not. I'm like, so it's hard to tell you. It's hard to break a twin flame. When you find that flame, it's hard to put that shit out, because that's a powerful force that's beyond you. So, yeah, I mean, that's a good couple. They said they love each other. They gave each other gifts for anniversary, just that's so them, a blender and an instrument. She sang for him, and I thought that was beautiful. She's very talented. I didn't know she was that talented. Why would I think anything less? Very artsy people, was pretty talented in a lot of different things, so why would I even think anything less? Okay, sidebar. I am very tired of his friends. Like, I don't know what is going on with his friends in New Orleans, but this has to end, because all of his friends is like some kind of weird. Like the last episode, he had people with the music with the face things on come to his house. Prior to that, it was something else. Now this episode is the girl with the psychic with the baby doll that she carry everywhere. Like, enough with all the crazy weird friends. Like, what is that? Who does that? Like, what is this? Like, are these your friends for real? Is this, but then again, look at you and your wife. Like, y'all are it's so weird and crazy. The people that you're hanging around is weird and crazy. So why would I be any surprise at your friends? But I'd be surprised every time one of his friends come on the screen. It blows me away. So I'm sure the conversation is going to come up very soon. I didn't watch the preview of the next episode, because I want to be completely surprised about what happened. But I'm sure at some point they've been dragging on the conversation of her moving away. So I'm sure that this is going to come up at some point. And they're going to have to address this, because his answers so far has been pretty vanilla, because he hasn't really he didn't have to address it. But now at some point, I know he's going to have to address this issue, because I don't exactly know when she's actually leaving or whatever. So I'm interested to see how that happens and how it takes place, even though it's going to happen. I'm not even worried about that couple. If it does happen, I'm not worried about that couple at all. Why? Because, you know, when you really he's married to her, first of all, he loves her, second of all. Is it a It doesn't suck that this happened so soon that they got married, yes. But at the end of the day, I mean, he can go visit her, she can go visit him. He can move with her, you know. I mean, it's not really that big of a deal. Like, do you want your significant other to be gone? No, but long distance relationships, if you want them to work, they will. You appreciate the time that you spend with them when they're home. When they're gone, you're free to, you can still move and do the things that you like to do and want to do without worrying about somebody telling you that you can't. And then when your person comes into town and you go see that person, you get all their attention because you haven't seen them, and then you get back to your normal life. I lived that life for many years, so if you want it to work, it'll work. And I think for them, it'll work. They'll figure it out, how they want to live and how they want to do things. They'll figure it out. So yes, those last two is my favorite. Yes, they're gonna last past the show, and many years after that, the Miles and Karen 50-50, the other two, they're dead in the water. I'm just waiting on them to just say it's over. But that is my review. I tried to make this as quick as possible. I didn't want to drag it on forever. Thank you again for joining Regina's World. Tomorrow there is a vlog coming. I'm going on a bike tour in the morning, and I'm going to record all of it, and I'm very excited about it. And then yeah, so that'll be 3 videos this week, and then I got so many more coming throughout the month of October. My shop with me to buy some Halloween stuff and my kids' Halloween costumes. And I'm going to a scary Halloween thing with some friends on the 17th. And on Halloween, we have something. I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do with the kids for Halloween. So I have some things coming, some vlogs coming that I'm excited about sharing with you guys. So keep watching, stay tuned, subscribe, like, comment, share, and subscribe to this channel, Regina's World. If you like my content, follow me on my social media, Keisha Maurice Robinson on Facebook, and Sleepless in LVNV on Instagram. All right, peace out, y'all. Check you in the next vlog. Bye.